Okay, in this one we're just going to look at strings and numbers, which are the primary types or basic types of data that JavaScript will work with. So as we write our programs, we're going to deal with different types of data. So let's explore those a little bit. So string data we'll start with. Strings basically are text, a sequence of characters, right, that are text. And you can do double quotes or single quotes. So for this video, I'm just going to play in the console again. I'm going to say hello, and that's text, double quotes. I can do single quotes as well, hi. You just have to make sure they match, right? You can't do that. That's going to give you an error. Like, hey, come on, I was expecting you to match that bracket. What's going on? Okay, so the console, this is actually nice. The console is where it gives us error messages as well when we run our programs. Okay, so anyway, strings, so even a number like 432, if I put it in quotations, it's still just text. It's the character 4 and the character 3 and the character 2. It doesn't have a numerical value. It's just text. Okay, what are some things that we can do with strings? There's string concatenation, which is really just joining together. Okay, so we can do something like hello plus world, and that plus sign is the concatenation operator for strings. It just joins them together like that. So you notice there's no space because there was no space when we joined those. If I go hit the up arrow, put a space in there, or a space here, and add an exclamation. Oops, I was going to add an exclamation mark. Doesn't matter. There we go. It takes whatever's here and whatever's there and just joins them together. So you could do A plus B plus C, and it joins those together. You might not see how that's useful now, but we will get there. There's also some properties or methods that we can use. Dot length, 2 lowercase and 2 uppercase. So I'll show you what those are like. So if I go abc dot length, it basically gives me the length of that string. There are 3 characters in it, right? Just take note that a space is still considered a character, right? So this would have a length of 4. Then there's a 2 lowercase and 2 uppercase. So if I had like an A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, whatever, and go 2 lowercase like that. Now, because this is a command, this is a function, in order to run that function, we need those parentheses, right? So this should take the string and convert it to lowercase. And there it does, right? So the things that were lowercase stay there, the capital or uppercase letters go lower. And then if there's 2 lowercase, there's also 2 uppercase. And again, it's a method or a function, so we need those parentheses to invoke it. And now that it converts everything to uppercase. Okay, so those are the main things to know with strings. Double quotes, single quotes, concatenation, and length, and 2 lowercase, 2 uppercase properties. Those will come in handy throughout the course. There's more, of course, but I'm just trying to give you the basics for now. Okay, if we look at number data is basically numbers without the quotations. Okay, and then we have operations, your basic math operations with numbers too. And I will go through those in here as well. So let's do that clear command. And so we can do, like if I go 23, notice the difference between 23 and 23, right? That's the quotations mean it's a string. Without it, it's a number. And with numbers, we can do decimal numbers as well. That's fine. And we can add them together. 2 plus 3 is 5. 5, we can subtract 5, take away 6. It's -1. We can multiply 5 times 6 is 30. We can divide 5 divided by 6 is 0.833333, and then it rounds off that 4 at the end, I think. What else can we do here? Oh, there's a neat one, the modulus or remainder operator. So if we go 10 modulus 3, that would say, hey, if I divide 10 by 3, I would get a remainder of 1, right? 3, 6, 9, and then there's a remainder of 1. So 10 modulus 2 would give me a remainder of 0, right? Because if I divide it by 2, there's no remainder. Okay, so that's the modulus operator. You can also do exponents. 2 star 3 is 2 times 2 times 2, right? 2 to the power of 3. You can go like 0.5 to the power of a half is the same as a square root. So 25 to the power of a half is the square root of 25, which is 5. 36 to the power of a half is 6, right? So 0.5 is the same as square root. That's pretty useful. Oh, and order of operations you have to be careful with, right? If I go 1 plus 2 times 3, right, JavaScript will do order of operations. It'll multiply first, right? Multiplication, division first, and then addition, subtraction. So you can use parentheses, just like in math, to make sure it forces the order of operation. Do the parentheses first, 3. 3 times 3 is 9. Okay. One thing that you have to be careful with that you can't do in math, you can't go 2 times 3 like that. It's in math we can do that. It's implied multiplication. But remember, these parentheses are used to invoke a function, right? When I go alert, right? So when I go 2 and then brackets, it thinks that 2 is a function and it's trying to call that function. That doesn't work. You have to implicitly put 2 times 3 minus 2 or whatever, right? That, something like that. Okay. Numbers, numerical values with or without a decimal. We can add, subtract, multiply, divide, get the remainder, exponents, and order of operations. All right, that is a quick crash course into string and number data in JavaScript. And we'll be using strings and numbers in our programs. So it's good to know. All right, hope that made sense. Take care, and we'll see you in the next video.